So they changed the camera UI yet again. They now have 3 little settings at the top, so you can change the format, you can turn flash on and off, and you can turn live photos on and off. And then now they used to have the extra options in the top right. Now it's just more accessible near the shutter button, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. And now, and we'll get to this later, there's now a Siri mode. So this is basically for visual intelligence, because before you had to use camera control to access visual intelligence.
Yep.
Now you can just use the Siri mode within the camera app itself.
And you can still use camera control. To
access that, And the UI is way better than the last UI for for visual intelligence was like, it was like one button and a little screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Chat with your photo.
Very not well thought out. Okay, now Wallet is adding a create a pass feature, so you can scan physical passes in the real world and create digital versions of them to keep in your Apple Wallet. Mm-hmm. I believe if they have like NFC capability, you can also scan it and it'll become a digital NFC pass, which is pretty cool.
That's nice. There's also the menu thing or the receipt thing.
Yes.
So if you have a receipt, you can take a picture of it with the Siri camera, and then it will like itemize it and break it all out, and then you can split the bill and then charge everyone with Apple Cash or something.
You have to use Apple Cash. I did try this last night, and it is actually a very cool UI because it like breaks down each individual item, and it's like, who got this item? Who got this item? This is the exact price. And then you put in the percentage of the tip that you put in, and it splits it between everybody. It's a very good UI.
It is really cool to see that demo and like use it every once in a while, but I don't remember the last time I actually did something like that.
I do think this is a tech demo feature.
Yeah.
People never use it. They always just take a picture and Venmo each other. But for the tech demo, it's like, oh, that's cool that worked.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. And I guess a more complicated split check of a bunch of people getting all sorts of different levels of
everyone
hungriness.
has Apple Cash.
That's the problem. Apple Cash is easy to connect to your bank account, but not a lot of people use it.
Well, but doesn't it also split it and just tell you the numbers, and then you don't have to pay through it? You can just tell everybody this is how much it actually is.
Ooh, this is something I wanted to do in my recap video, but I didn't have enough time to write it all in, but I think it would have been really clever. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do a Sherlock counter. And that is definitely an app in the App Store. Is like even Splitwise, I'm sure would have had something like this, where you just take a picture of the receipt and it just breaks it up and tells you how to pay.
100%.
Sherlock, there you go, right there. Counter 1.
Here's one. I have another one for you, where all of them are probably wrong. Taking pictures to calorie track items. Didn't they throw that in here too?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not going to work. It does. You can't tell what people are.
They're going to try.
What's on this food?
They're going to try.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
It's just never going to work.
It's never going to be accurate.
Yeah. The reason it won't be accurate is because you just don't know how much oil that
oil or
it's mostly about the oil, honestly.
A lot of times, but like it could be a handful of almonds. Like this could be anywhere from 4 to like 10, and like who knows? Yeah, it's the fucking humane almonds.
The
humane almonds.
I don't know.
What about
it's just never gonna work?
Or a closed burrito? A closed burrito, as we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Okay, big change. Passwords can now automatically fix themselves if they have compromised or weak credentials.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This to me was the biggest new feature.
This is like agentic in a way.
This is the most agentic new feature as well.
One of them, yeah.
So the way it works is the Passwords app, which for years it's already been telling you, hey, your passwords are weak, your passwords are compromised. If you have the same password in more than one site, it'll tell you there's a weak password. So all of these have always been flagged before, but people don't often do anything about it. This new Passwords app will, if you decide to give it permission to, it will agentically go in to these websites one by one, log in, and change your password to a more secure password that it then saves and remembers so that it can log you in the future.
Yeah.
So it's so polarizing because I posted about this. It's a good thing because it makes all of your passwords more secure, makes them like 30 characters long and alphanumeric and all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
But it also means it has to agentically go do that, and you are now
locked in.
Not locked in, but much more likely to just keep using the Passwords app.
Is there any way to export that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can export.
Okay.
So you can go through and export and then save it to 7. What is it? One password. I use that, but like that, it's very clever what they've done with that, and I hope it works.
Could be a Sherlock also.
Could be a Sherlock as well. I mean, it's not fully. I don't know if any other app has done that exact feature where they will agentically go in and change that, but just as far as an agent going and acting on your behalf.
I think this also
was cool.
requires we'll get to the new Siri stuff later, but it requires the personal context of your email, because most of these websites, when you change the password, will send you a one-time code. And then so it needs to know what that one-time code is so they can go back to the website, put the code in, and
Unless it's Meta AI, then you just tell the AI, no, I don't have access to that email, and it resets the password.
Well, I'm thinking because like Megaphone makes us change our password every 6 months, and I've forgotten it every single time. But like you have to do a CAPTCHA every time you do it. So would this be able to go through? That feels like an
test. That's a
great
immediate.
I mean, every single one of the demos is good if it works, but I have so many questions about what happens if it doesn't work. And that is a good example of like what happens if there is a CAPTCHA.
It probably just decides.
The UI
I can't do this one. You go do it.
They showed a little UI of like showing all of your passwords, and you select the ones that are compromised or weak, and you said change these for me. And over time, it'll like light up green if it's changed it successfully.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll just show the ones that it hasn't been able to change successfully.
Yeah.
I know that Google has like 8 times introduced the feature where it can automatically unsubscribe from emails for you.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because half the time, every time, it doesn't work.
I specifically tested this like a week ago because I was like, okay, I'm looking at this exact email that I got from this company.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on subscribe, and if it shows up again, I'm going to take note. And it did.
Do you know? It's usually because those places then in their unsubscribe list are like, well, you can unsubscribe from sales or reminders or this. And so like it's probably
Picking one.
slow because I want name them. Name and shame. Stickly Furniture. Assholes. I've done the unsubscribe button in Gmail probably every other day for like the last 2 weeks, and I'm still getting emails from them.
I had a few years ago, I had an idea to do a bonus episode of does the unsubscribe button even work? And basically the answer was very boring because I spoke with the Superhuman CEO, which now got purchased by Grammarly, which changed its name to
Which
Superhuman.
also might get Sherlock's later in this episode.
Yeah, but he was telling me that basically because of laws and stuff in different parts of the world, there are laws. It comes down to the company that is running it to just do it correctly.
Yeah.
So it's like not
GDPR.
like it's not a fun answer. It's just like, they just have to go do it or have something in place to do it, you know?
I guarantee you that my local, like my favorite restaurant sends me like 20 emails a week, and I keep hitting unsubscribe and they don't do it. And I want to be mad at them, but they are my favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
I have a snail mail version of this, and I'm way off topic, but I have this like clean energy company that like sends me the same please switch to this clean energy source piece of physical mail every couple weeks.
Damn.
And I have solar on my house. Like, I don't need to do this. Like, please stop asking. And I've tried to get off this list. I've called them. I've sent mail. I've sent emails. I've tried. And I think the last time I tried, they're like, oh yeah, it could take 6 to 8 weeks to get you off the list. It's been months. I'm still on the list.
Wow.
I got one today. It's really annoying.
Wow.
Right now.
It's just like clean energy something. I'll find the name because it's
Clean Energy Corporation.
I still get a paper pay stub.
Oh yeah.
Every time I get paid here.
We got one today. Also.
It's on my desk right now.
Yeah.
And I have tried for a year to stop this.
Damn.
Clean Choice Energy. Named and shamed. I got one today.
That's like with Verizon. I have Fios, and when you sign up, they start sending you paper mail, and then you can say, I don't want to receive paper mail, and then you receive a paper mail saying, thanks for unsubscribing from paper
At
mail.
least it's the last one. At least it's fine.
I'm like,
So many companies do that.
they
Why
say
do
that,
do that?
and then they send you a bunch of brochures anyway.
I try and say, like, if your crap ends up in my mailbox, I'm never using you ever.
Blocked.
It's such a waste.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Back to Apple.
Yeah, back to Apple.
Anyway.
Okay. Apple Maps got Gaussian splatting in Apple Maps.
It looked a little
So
better in their
it's
demo.
Higher quality.
Cool.
Looks a little
Okay,
better.
they keep saying Gaussian splatting. Isn't this
No,
just
David keeps
generative?
saying
No. It's
They
not.
said that?
Well, you can,
No. Yeah, it's
you can generate a Gaussian splat.
Well, you can't. Well, not really. You have to take photos from a bunch of angles and then
Yeah.
generate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a Gaussian splat is just like you could train a
you got-
model on
yeah.
a bunch of Gaussian splats, and you could generate them, which
You
I'm sure
could.
they're doing some of.
Yeah, but they're using mostly like satellite data and like flyover
Yeah,
data
yeah.
and
For
stuff.
maps, yeah.
For maps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks a little bit better. They now have perimenopause and menopause tracking, which I know a lot about, added to Apple Health. New CarPlay features, including video apps in CarPlay now, which I think got added to Android Auto pretty recently.
Yeah.
Is it called
the new
Google?
Android Auto has YouTube
Yeah,
specifically.
YouTube. Is it still called Android Auto, or did they change it to Google?
It's still Android Auto.
Not for long.
Yeah.
For
Google
now,
Drive.
yeah.
It's going to be Google Drive soon.
Shit.
You can now share one phone number between two iPhones.
One phone number between two, and they're both getting data and voice and everything.
I don't know about that. They said
Phone
that
number.
the carrier
All the
has to
calls?
support it, though.
Why would you want to do this? I'm confused.
I don't know.
I could see doing the opposite, putting two different.
So
phone
your
numbers on
OpenClaw
one
can have its
iPhone.
own phone.
Well, you can do two different phone numbers.
Yeah.
That's just.
You joked. You're very. That's
What'd you say? Wait,
probably
what'd you
it.
say?
So your OpenClaw can have its own phone and
Call people.
or take calls for you.
Jeez.
My agent's in the corner. I don't know. Someone made a joke that so you can have your iPhone Air for the weekend and your iPhone Pro for the weekday.
Marquez. Marquez does switch the watches already.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
It's actually not terrible. I don't know. Whatever.
So you can party in the back.
Well,
business
if I'm
in the
going to
front.
if I'm going to Dub, I need the Pro Max, and then when I go back to regular,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would love that because I love my Air.
I might Google that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
They added independent alarms for independent volume for basically every volume
Finally.
thing
Oh
on
my
the phone.
God.
This is another
Yeah.
thing. There's another thing. Like
Big
when you
deal.
ask iPhone users, like, what's the biggest annoyance with the iPhone? Almost at the top of everyone's list is I just miss alarms sometimes because my alarm volume was 0 because the last thing I watched, I turned the volume down. Like it just doesn't work all the time.
When you wrote this,
Yeah.
I thought you meant like individual alarms can have different. You just mean that there's like a separate volume slider for alarms, timers, and all that.
Yeah,
which
yeah, the thing Android's had for a
years.
decade.
Yeah.
I thought this was even further. Like I want this timer I have set to be this volume, but this
Oh, no.
timer to be.
There's always been a separate volume for like media and like alarm volume, but alarm volume encompassed alarms, timers, and like every other little small thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Which is
and
insane.
and they
Welcome
finally
to the
went and combed through the little things, and I'm glad that this was big enough to make it through that comb.
Yes. Big deal, big deal, big deal. This one's really fun. Shortcuts. You can now just describe the shortcut you want in natural language and it'll make it for you,
Good AI.
which is very cool.
Good AI.
We saw a bunch of demos of this. If you're a shortcuts fiend, this is going to be cool for you.
And it just builds it in the shortcuts editor, so you can edit it after the fact. So it
Yeah.
builds it all. You can go in the editor and like change stuff if you want.
Yeah. And it'll sync to your Mac and you can also share the shortcut with other people. So pretty cool. Overhaul dictation, supposedly powered by Gemini-powered dictation. So that should correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. Basically, the dictation on the iPhone should be way better.
Is that out right now? Is that in iOS?
That's
27?
in 27. Yes.
It doesn't feel any better.
It's only better on
talk
the
too well.
phones with 12 gigs of RAM. So the most advanced, improved on-device models are only on iPhone Air and iPhone 17
But is dictation
Pro.
in the advanced models?
And dictation and
Really?
one other thing are I was told the only two things that are
Like image
new
generation.
in that, like that super new advanced best on-device model.
wow.
So if you don't have better dictation, it may be because that's one of the things that didn't make it. If you don't have 12 gigs of RAM.
Strange.
Are you on not one of those two phones?
No, I have a 17 Pro.
So it should be better.
That's weird.
It's not
Should be.
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
can't tell. I
up
haven't
to
seen
better.
enough yet, but I was
Up
like
to.
not super.
Yeah. This is a kind of random one. You can now have subscription bundles in the App Store. So if you're a developer and you sell multiple apps, you can do a subscription bundle that comes with a bunch of your apps. You can also do a little partnership with another developer and offer your app plus another developer's app for a bundle price.
Collab.
It is a bundle price.
It's a
You can
collab.
change.
It's a collab.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a collab.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, okay.
Like a bundle of all the apps that are about to get Sherlocked from iOS 27.
Please keep us alive bundle. You can now create calendar events with natural language. So you could just go into your calendar and say lunch at Sapernica with James at 3 p.m. and it'll add all the little details.
Sherlock counter is now 2. That's specifically Fantastical.
Ooh.
That's like one of the things a lot of these new calendar apps primary feature is that you can add things with natural language,
Yeah.
add a repeating event, and it just does it for you. There it is. Sherlock
Yeah.
counter number 2.
Find My Update they should have added a long ass time ago, and I don't know how they didn't. You can now, so they redesigned the Find My UI a little bit, that's fine. But the big thing is it used to be that you could only share your live location for 1 hour until the end of the day or indefinitely. You can
Yeah.
now set custom amounts of time to share your location.
Wow, that's nice.
Yes.
For my 1 week vacation.
It is crazy that it took that long.
Cool.
You can now say save any video frame as a photo. So if you stop in any video, you can just hit export as photo. That's something Android has had forever. So it's not major,
But it's nice.
Something.
That's nice.
Shared albums in Apple Photos now support full resolution photos. I did not even realize they didn't before. And Android and Windows users can also contribute photos now.
Could they really not before?
Apparently not.
So funny.
You just view it.
Yeah.
I love shared albums. Ever since kids and having like nieces and nephews now, every single one of my nieces or nephews or children has a shared album with all the grandparents, all the uncles, all the
I
aunts.
wonder who's going to adopt this, because same thing in my family, but we all use Google Photos.
Yep,
Even
we
the
all use
iPhone
Google
users.
Photos.
It's like
Yeah,
Google Photos is the default. So
Yeah.
I guess now they have this, which is nice. But
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. You can now also set photo albums to expire after a certain period of time. I wish you could just do this with group chats, because I don't freaking want to be in another group chat for indefinitely.
Expire
Name and shame.
immediately.
Expire. Yeah, well, every time I make a temporary group chat, I name it going to destroy after event temporary,
Nice.
and then the 3 people.
If you
that are-
destroy it on your phone, does it destroy it on everyone's phone? No, right?
probably not. You just leave
This
it.
group chat will self-destruct.
Oh, you leave it.
You leave
Gotcha.
it, yeah.
Gotcha. Smart.
Okay, the dual camera feature where you can record what is in front of you as well as your face is now available in FaceTime. I didn't realize this wasn't true before, and it makes a lot of sense. So before in FaceTime, you had to just switch between your face and the thing that you were looking at, which was stupid. And it's very nice that you can actually, do both at the same time now. I like that. When you pay with things online with Apple Pay, there is a much better UI now to select the card that you're using. Previously, and I've had to do this a million times, it's so complicated to like pick the right card, because you have to scroll down to the bottom menu and then click like use different card, even though it was just a confusing UI before, and they made it way better. So that's cool. They synced the step counts across the health and fitness apps. This was not synced before. It was annoying.
So little things.
Yeah, health and fitness. Like, I think it was because like your Apple Watch and your phone like recorded different step amounts, and they would get out of sync. And then if you opened the fitness app, it would show a different amount of steps than the health app sometimes. Like they were tracking steps differently, which is really dumb. So this is very much a Snow Leopard feature. Okay, this one's kind of cool. Call context. So this is like Magic Queue on the Pixel.
Yeah.
When you call like an airline, it'll know that you're calling the airline, so it'll look through your email and pull up your confirmation number and put it on the screen.
This one is cool if it works.
Cool if it works.
I can see lots of ways that it wouldn't work.
Yes.
They also, at the end of it, if I remember correctly, had this weird way of saying like, we're listening for the context, but we're not listening to the phone call.
Yeah.
It was like a very like, we're listening, but we're not listening. We're not listening. I promise we're not listening.
It seems like they have to get the context somehow. And if you are calling the airline and you have a recent reservation from that airline, then that may be enough
obvious.
context for them to
You
surface
usually have
their
like
latest.
7 reservations though.
That's
so
why I think it would be tough. It might not work every time.
Yeah. Might give you an
So-
old reservation number.
Fair
So that was most of the major stuff with just the iPhone. Okay.
Yeah.